welcome to Bass Guitar Review. I'm Kev Sanders, and today we're checking out a new addition to the Spector Euro series, the Euro 4 Bolt Metallic in blue gloss. Back in the late 70s, New York luthier Stuart Spector and Ned Steinberger designed a bass that was versatile enough to meet the needs of the modern bassist. Spector still have a workshop in New York making custom instruments, but for a while now they've outsourced much of their manufacturing to plants in Korea and the Czech Republic, where the Euro series is made. This is one of the most recent additions to that range, the Euro Series LT Bolt. This 4-string model features a European alder body and a bolt-on 3-piece roasted maple neck and fingerboard. It's got 24 frets over a 34-inch scale and has Aguilar electronics with a PJ pickup layout and an active 2-band preamp. The retail price for the 4-string Bolt, including gig bag, is £1,769. Before we go any further, let's check out some clips before I come back and give you more of my thoughts and impressions. Unboxing the bass, initially we weren't all that excited by the look of the plain metallic blue finish against the brown neck and fingerboard, but the black hardware does prevent it looking dated. It's actually a bit of a shame that they've chosen to stain the roasted maple neck, because the distinctive golden colour of roasted maple scores serious cool points these days, and we think that would have been more eye-catching on this instrument. If, like us, you're not particularly taken with the blue, there's the option of a tobacco sunburst over a fig of maple top, which looks a little less utilitarian. Picking it up is a surprisingly light instrument, and because the body is so small and slim and the 2-octave neck joins at the 20th fret, you get the feeling that there's an awful lot of neck here, although it's not unwieldy at all in use. Noodling on the bass before plugging it in, I was struck by how nicely the top end comes across. It's loud acoustically and has loads of sustain, perhaps as a result of the combination of lightweight timbre and that chunky aluminium bridge. And these qualities were equally apparent once it was amplified. For me, the bridge pickup is the star of the show, and I think if I owned the bass, I would find myself using this sound almost all of the time. It must be placed in just the right spot because it's so rich in harmonics without losing any of the fundamental. By comparison, the neck pickup gets a little bit overshadowed. It does exactly what it's supposed to though, mainly delivering weighty low mids and a more neutral voicing. But despite the split core design, it doesn't really have that classic precision sound at all. The preamp is really transparent, and although it's only a 2-band, the bass naturally has such a sweet mid to build the tone around that I didn't miss having a dedicated mid control at all. I particularly like the way the treble control emphasised the harmonics whilst using the bridge pickup, though I noticed that at maximum boost it did induce a little bit of high frequency buzz through the amp. Overall, this is a very contemporary sounding instrument, There's a liveliness and a clarity that makes it perfect for slap playing, with a springy attack that sounds detailed rather than harsh. It still has a traditional Spector vibe, but with the bolt-on neck and angular electronics, it can more than hold its own against the boutique super jazz crowd. In terms of playability, right out of the box, this bass feels fast and easy to play. The combination of a 40mm nut width, medium D-shaped profile, and narrow medium frets creates a kind of Goldilocks neck that will feel just right and suit virtually any player. The satin finish feels cool and smooth to the touch, which makes playing a real tactile experience, and the concave body shape and overall lightweight give the instrument an almost ideal ergonomic. One oddity is that as a result of the proportions of the instrument, the octave point feels further towards the headstock than you expect, which tempts you into playing in the highest reaches of the fretboard more than you usually might, bandmates be warned. It's no secret now that European-made instruments can be just as well built as those made anywhere else, and with such a long-standing tradition of instrument building in Eastern Europe, it's no surprise whatsoever to find this Czech-built bass is finished to an extremely high standard throughout. We can't judge the quality of the bodywood, but hopefully it matches the super high quality of the neck, which is visibly premium grade. The low moisture content of the roasted maple neck should mean it stays stable regardless of climate, which is obviously a benefit for any instrument. At close to the £2 mark, you couldn't say this bass is cheap, but given the quality of the materials, the construction and the spec, this is an instrument that is completely deserving of the Spector name. And if you don't mind foregoing certain luxurious custom options, you get nearly all of the benefits of the high-end, handmade Spector bass at a fraction of the cost. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative. Leave us a comment with your thoughts, subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell icon so we can notify you of future reviews. And let us know if there's any piece of bass gear you'd like to see featured. Thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing you next time on Bass Guitar Review.